Hello everyone, this is Ronnie, and just wanted to put a little video. I put out a post on Facebook, and I don't know if any of you saw it, if any of your friends of mine on Facebook, but um, what I'd done was I saw someone put something in one of the groups, Facebook groups here in Koh and it said that they went to the hospital for some kind of kidney problem, and they were waiting to get some emergency um, treatment for kidney issues, and instead of getting that treatment, they were sent to another hospital to be tested for COVID-19 because apparently COVID-19 is the most important thing in the world right now, and we have to pretend that everyone's got it for some reason. So they had to be sent to that hospital, and then and so I just reposted that sort of, and I did put down below. I said, this is reposted from my group or whatever. But a lot of people thought it was I was talking about myself. So just to confirm, I've not rushed to the hospital for any kidney problems. I don't have kidney problems. I eat a diet that makes kidney problems virtually impossible. Um, so kidney problems happen to people on the conventional kidney disease causing diet, and I'm not on the kidney disease causing diet. But a lot of my friends who are on the kidney disease causing diet were commenting below and saying, "Oh, are you okay? You need to get off the mangoes and stuff, or like mangoes are bad for you, or whatever." And I guess I just want to make a general point around that. Like, people have so much fear around eating fruit for some reason, and see fruit as being somehow toxic or dangerous or whatever, and they'll see other things like maybe bread or rice or pasta or animal products as being not harmful or being okay, especially if those are eaten to excess. But eating fruit to excess is seen as something that's a bit dangerous, and I just kind of want people to get over that fear, and I think some people in the fruit kind of community were responded to me as well um, about it, and that it just goes to show there's still people who support the idea of eating fruit and everything that still think it's kind of risky to eat fruit. To eat more fruit is like a risk or a problem or could harm you, or you're not going to get enough minerals or whatever. It's always minerals. History of mankind, very rarely has minerals been an issue ever. Um, I really think that I don't want to do this mango diet for a very long time, really. I'm 67, 68 days, whatever. Um, I'm kind of on a roll with it, so I might as well keep it going. But I'm pretty convinced the person could do this for maybe years, maybe decades, without anything but a positive benefit to their health. And I'm really, really serious about that. But it's just my personal attitude towards eating fruit, but it's my belief in general. Now, if you go on a chronometer or something like that, if you put in just mangoes, it'll be low in some of the minerals. It'll look low in the proteins, but um, I don't, you know, the amount of people, how many people are deficient, get a selenium deficiency? How many populations have had zinc deficiency and it being a big problem? What about not enough amino acid X, Y, Z? It doesn't happen. And people have so many fears around deficiencies when all of the deficiency diseases were caused on diets that lacked fruit and fresh fruit and vegetables, basically, because the deficiencies were vitamin C and B vitamins, different B vitamin deficiencies, B1 and B3. Um, there's also vitamin A deficiency. Um, in terms of wide scale issues, These are the main issues that have ever actually happened. And iodine deficiency is the only really mineral deficiency you can talk about. That is something that I've never ever seen any fruitarian or raw vegan have an issue with. Iodine. And you might say that it should be a problem or whatever, but I've not personally seen it. I mean, I've seen people supplement iodine because they got advice from someone that said that they should have more iodine. And I know that some people like to have the seaweed and all that to get more iodine, but when I go to fruit festivals, I don't really see people with goiters. I don't know if you have, but I've not. And for me, the people that have issues with their thyroid, some people have legitimate issues with their thyroid, and a lot of people have issues with their thyroid in their head because they're gaining weight. And they'd rather blame it on their thyroid than on the fact that they're not eating what they say they're eating. So, that's, I don't see iodine being a big issue for people. But it's just not something we have a lot of evidence or information on anyway. B12 is obviously a potential deficiency for vegans, and I know some vegans that have had B12 symptoms. I know some that I don't think they had B12 symptoms, but they just weren't feeling good and decided to take B12, or they weren't feeling right. I had a friend who was getting really stressed and decided to take B12 as a result. So, who knows? I'm not really convinced. I'm not really convinced B12 is a huge issue. So these are some of the deficiencies people would worry about, and the far bigger risk would be eating a conventional diet. So there's people that people think eating a mango diet for 67 days, that's pretty out there. I think it's really out there that people have been eating a conventional diet their whole life. I think that's wildly risky. That's unbelievably risky. That's cavalier. Total cavalier attitude towards their health, where you're risking so many diseases, so many autoimmune conditions, so many chronic diseases, where you're risking the last 20, 30, 40 years of your life being complete misery, pain, medication. It's horrendous, and the risk is terrible. And people are taking that risk blindly, ignorantly, irresponsibly, because they've just never really been inspired to make a change. The only people that are trying to inspire people are like really out there people, not people in the mainstream. The mainstream information is like everyone stay the same, everyone do the thing, balanced diet, it's nice to have a salad once every 2 months and then that'll balance everything out. If you're going to drink alcohol, don't get blind drunk every night, apart from that you'll be okay. You shouldn't have cigarettes, they'll kill you, but if you do have cigarettes, just relax about it or whatever. It's a message, because people will turn off. If you've got a TV show or an internet show or a radio station or whatever, people will switch off if someone's telling them the truth about their health. So people mostly don't want to hear it. When I don't often talk about the fact that I'm a raw vegan to just people, to civilians. I don't talk about to people that are still in the matrix or whatever. Like I don't often bring it up, but sometimes I'm in a situation where I have to mention it or talk about it, and I just get these faces, these as if like, don't try and force that on me. It's like I've got no interest in I've got no interest in forcing anything on anyone. So I just get that reaction so often that it just makes me go, I don't want to talk about this. Whereas I think people should be reacting like that to like, hey, let's go and eat some dead animals. Oh, that's disgusting. like actually disgusting. So what I guess what I'm trying to say in this video is like, well, I'm okay for a start, but I have way more confidence in what I'm doing than most people, and most raw vegans have. A lot of them go back to supplementing. A lot of them add other things into their diet. Some of them feel like they have to have um, like a bowl full of vegetables of all kinds every day just to get enough minerals or whatever nonsense. A lot of them are taking products and superfoods and big smoothies and green juices that are so disgusting that they have to add so much lemon and apple and ginger and other things to it to get down those greens, and yet they'll never question like, why am I taking in so much uh, you know, disgusting juice and adding in all this stuff to make it palatable? How about you eat the things that are palatable? And I like vegetables, I'm not against them, but to me the fruit is off the top of this screen and vegetables are somewhere. They're there, they're part of the thing, but there's not a single person that's going to survive if you crash land in a place and it's full of vegetables and greens and leaves. That's like death sentence. So vegetables are a nice part of the diet, add them into your diet, whatever, have them, enjoy them. If you enjoy them, have more of them. But they are the food that you would die from if that was all you had. So that's why they're not in the same league as fruits or fruits that you could actually survive and live on for very long periods of time exclusively. And I'm just fascinated that anyone would put vegetables anywhere in the same league as fruit. And that's the way I look at it. Once again, I don't personally avoid them. I still eat them. I think maybe I'll stop now. I don't know, but last few years I've been eating lettuce every day, apart from at the moment. So I'm not against salad or vegetables or whatever. I think for most people transitioning to a raw diet, having something savoury is quite important to them. But if you don't have a relationship with fruit that is very strong and positive, and that you could live on it, and that you could have fruit for a couple of months, and there's no risk or worry. Maybe it's not the best. Maybe it is the best to have the balance. I don't know, but there's no big stress or worry if you don't eat enough vegetables in a day or whatever enough means. So thanks for watching the channel. Feel free to comment below. And there's nothing much less else for me to say at the moment. If you're interested in learning more, you can come to UK Fruit Fest this year, fruitfest.co.uk/registration if you want to get more information there. And I just want to remind you as well, I don't know if I've said this, but I've got a book. I'm hoping to release this quite soon. I'll give you more information about that. So anyway, thank you for joining me today.